StevenDLevitt, Think Like a Freak, Secrets of the Rogue Economist. Embark on a journey that will challenge conventional wisdom and reshape the way you approach problem-solving with Think Like a Freak, Secrets of the Rogue Economist, authored by StevenDLevitt. In this book summary, you'll learn the benefits of thinking like a freak, exploring topics like the importance of admitting when you don't know something, looking beyond the media's focus, and employing outside-the-box thinking to uncover the root cause of problems. You'll also understand how our behavior is driven by incentives and how unconventional thinking can make you happier. Get ready to have your beliefs and decisions transformed through statistical evidence and a fresh perspective.
Thinking like a freak. Thinking like a freak involves basing one's beliefs and decisions on statistical evidence rather than conventional wisdom. In everyday life, this mindset can help solve problems, even in soccer. For instance, a penalty kick aimed straight up the middle is 7% more likely to be successful than a kick to either corner. However, thinking like a freak might put your popularity at risk as it would violate conventions. For instance, only 17% of professional soccer penalties are aimed towards the center. Similarly, the local food movement consumes more energy for production than transportation, making it counterproductive. Therefore, it's crucial to adopt a mindset that is not based on conventional beliefs but rather on statistical evidence. The power of not knowing. Many people struggle to admit when they don't know something and often pretend to have knowledge or skills they lack. However, confessing one's lack of knowledge can actually increase credibility and lead to a better understanding of the truth. Experts, despite their title, are often unreliable and have a tendency to bluff when unsure. Their predictions have a low rate of accuracy, making it unwise to trust them blindly. By acknowledging what we don't know, we can learn and make better informed decisions. Beyond media's focus. The media tends to dominate public discourse by focusing on a single aspect of a problem. However, this narrow approach can cause us to overlook more fruitful solutions. For instance, in the American education crisis, the media centers on the schooling system, while experts insist parenting plays a more vital role in children's academic performance. Focusing on the initial problem can help identify other aspects of the situation and arrive at effective solutions. It can also be helpful to redefine the problem, as Kobe did when he redefined the issue of winning a hot dog eating contest from, "How can I eat more?" to, "How do I make hot dogs easier to eat?" thus inventing new techniques that led him to success. Thinking outside the box for problem solving. In order to find the root cause of a problem, it is important to think outside the box and avoid mistaking symptoms for causes. Freakonomics authors Levitt and Levitt Dubner used statistical analysis to discover that the dramatic decrease in violent crime in the 1990s was related to the increase in abortions after its nationwide legalization in the 1970s. This was due to fewer births of unwanted children, resulting in less difficult circumstances that often lead to criminality. However, poverty and famine are symptoms of a deeper problem: the absence of credible political, social, and legal institutions. Therefore, it is critical to approach problem-solving creatively and not make assumptions about the causes of an issue. Thinking like a child. The book argues that thinking like a curious child is essential for success in life. Children are more difficult to deceive because of their curiosity and ability to view things from multiple angles. Adults' ability to focus on one thing can make them vulnerable to distractions, while children's tendency to confront the obvious and have fun can lead to insightful discoveries. For example, the legalization of abortion and the subsequent drop in violent crime were connected by a chance observation of a statistical increase in abortions. The book encourages readers to adopt a childlike mindset to achieve success and make valuable discoveries. Incentives and behavior. Understanding how incentives influence behavior is key to solving problems. Research conducted by psychologist Robert Cialdini found that protection of the environment was the strongest incentive to save energy, followed by benefits to society in saving money. However, in a real-life experiment, the incentive that proved most effective was appealing to the herd mentality of people, the idea that others are doing it. This goes against the idea that this is the least important incentive. Therefore, it's important to consider how incentives affect behavior when trying to change individual behavior. Effective messaging should focus on emphasizing that everyone is interested in saving energy, rather than criticizing those who waste it. Strategies to distinguish the good guys from the bad. The ability to distinguish genuine intentions from those that are deceitful is beneficial in various scenarios. Employing certain strategies like faking cruelty or making unusual requests can make people reveal their true intentions. Two examples, one from the Bible and the other from real life, demonstrate how this can be done effectively. In both cases, the use of these strategies separated the honest individuals from the dishonest ones. The ability to use such techniques can come in handy in situations that require strict safety measures or when dealing with shady individuals. The art of persuasion. Persuasion can be a challenge as people tend to ignore facts that don't align with their belief systems. Even those who are scientifically literate tend to hold extreme opinions, making it difficult to convince someone with opposing views. In order to persuade someone, it's important to listen to their perspective, acknowledge the strengths of their argument, and then tell a compelling story. Catchy stories are difficult to ignore and often the best tool to help change someone's mind. The power of quitting. Conventional advice is often counterproductive when it comes to happiness. This includes the notion that a winner never quits and a quitter never wins. Quitting, in fact, can lead to greater happiness in certain situations. We are often biased against quitting due to social pressure and sunk costs. However, by letting go of conventional wisdom and quitting when necessary, we open ourselves up to greater opportunities for happiness. In a study, participants who quit their job or broke up with their partner after flipping a virtual coin reported higher levels of happiness. This doesn't mean quitting everything will lead to happiness, but it challenges us to reconsider the dogma that quitting is always a bad thing.
By the end of this book summary, it's clear that thinking like a freak has its advantages in solving problems, questioning conventional beliefs, and finding happiness. Through techniques like admitting your lack of knowledge, redefining problems, thinking outside the box, and understanding incentives, you can arrive at innovative solutions and become a better decision maker. Embracing your inner child's curiosity and recognizing the role of incentives in shaping our behavior will help you navigate life's challenges more effectively. Although thinking like a freak might put your popularity at risk, the benefits far outweigh the drawbacks. So why not start your journey towards a happier and more insightful life by letting go of conventional beliefs and learning to think like a freak?